So this is the MyMaths tutorial for modelling percentages. You can't use a calculator for this, so we've got to do it all either in our heads or written down. Don't think that you've got to do everything in your heads. Writing stuff down and workings is often going to be not only easier and more accurate, but sometimes quicker than trying to juggle all the different numbers in your head. So let's begin. So Mr. Lee blows up 130 balloons. 80% of the balloons burst. How many balloons burst? So what we've got here is we've got a diagram showing all the balloons. So here we've got one big long stick which represents the 130 balloons, and it is split up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares or 10 rectangles. Each of those represents 10%. So here in orange, that is the 80% which burst. And so we've got to figure out how many burst. So the easiest way of doing it is realizing that, well, 100% of the balloons, all of them, is 130. Now 10%, the way we work out 10% is you divide by 10. And 130 divided by 10, just take the 0 off, is 13. And then each one of these rectangles is worth 13. So we could add up all the 13s, or we could, because we know we've got 8 of those, we could do 8 times 13, and that's going to be 80, 104. Amy plants 60 bulbs. 45% of the bulbs are tulips, the rest are daffodils. Label the bar model. So everything, all of everything is 100%. Yes, they want not the percentage, they want how many bulbs there are, 60 bulbs. I'm going to drag on percentages. So let's just double check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rectangles. So each rectangle is worth 10%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So that's our 45%. And then what's left? Well, we could either work out what's left from 100, or we could just count up what we got, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. And either way, if you did that 100, they add up to 100. So how many bulbs are tulips? So 45% are tulips. Right, so this is where you get a bit of paper and you do this same calculation. So 100% is 60. 10% is going to be 6. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24, and that's going to be another 3. So it's going to be 27 tulips. How many are daffodils? Well, we could do the same thing, or we could just realize that, well, whatever's left from 60 is going to be the daffodils. So it's going to be 33. And just to show you it works the other way, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and another 3 makes 33. Okay, great, we've got that one all right. Let's have a look at the next one. So using percentages to find totals. 2 children in the class have a pet. This is 10%. Label the bar model. So let's just double check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections, which means that each section is 10%. And that is 2 children. 10% is 2 children, it tells us. How many children in the class altogether? So each of these blocks is worth 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. A quicker way of doing that would have been to realize if we've got 10%, multiply it by 10 to get 100%. 30% of the pens in a box are blue. 24 pens are blue. So label a bar model. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100%. Each of these is 10%. So there's my 30% in yellow. And it tells us in the question that is 24 pens. So how many pens are there in the box altogether? So if 3 boxes is 24, each box has got to be 8, 16, 24. And that means that if you either add up 8 or you just do 8 times 10, you should get that there are 80 pens in the box altogether. So let's just check we've got those right. Great, we have. Okay, if you've got any more questions with that, just ask me in the chat, but hopefully that is